Hi everyone, I'm Freddy.
And I'm Marky, and here we gathered the scattered news for the week, highlighted the important stories, and bring you our take. Welcome to Gaming Input. To start with PlayStation, as some of you may have already known, the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, and PlayStation Vita stores were set to close in the summer. However, Sony has recently reversed that decision. The PlayStation Portable store will close on July 2nd as intended. However, the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores will remain open for the foreseeable future. With Jim Ryan's quoting, "We see now that many of you are incredibly passionate about being able to continue purchasing classic games on PS3 and PS Vita for the foreseeable future. So I'm glad we were able to find a solution to continue operations." Personally, I think this is a great decision. A lot of PlayStation 1 and 2 games that are normally very expensive to buy physically are still available digitally at a very low price. So anybody looking to get any of the older generation titles and even some indie titles that are PlayStation 3 exclusive are still able to get them and have them in their library.
Continuing on Sony news, Jim Ryan's, the CEO of Sony PlayStation, said PS5 would be home to more exclusive games than any previous PlayStation consoles. This shows us that Sony is continuing the PlayStation 5 policy and strategy the same as they did in PlayStation 4. We saw in PlayStation 4 they had the big exclusives like Spider-Man, Days of Gone, God of War, all these great titles that you can only play on PlayStation, nowhere else. And it seems Jim Ryan's is gonna continue on those, and he's gonna dedicate the studios, pay the money, and to make Sony the home for all these big titles that you can only play on this console.
Xbox has been struggling in the previous generations to get a lot of exclusives. They're now going the route of buying new studios in order to kind of build an exclusive library. But with PlayStation 5 increasing its efforts to get more exclusives onto the system, it's still going to lead a lot for Xbox to play catch up. So PlayStation's still rocking it when it comes to exclusives.
Speaking of exclusive, Sony announced a partnership with a new small studio called Firewalk Studio. The studio includes ex-developers of Destiny. So we don't know yet what kind of game they're going to make, but I would speculate it's going to be a new IP in shooting category. They did a great job in PlayStation 4, and we'll see what they're going to come up with. Mark, what do you think?
I think this is another big get for Sony. Their exclusive library has already been pretty strong. Having ex-Destiny developers who have already proven themselves with long-lasting games like Destiny 1 and 2 are definitely a big get, because they now, if it's a multiplayer-focused title, for example, they know that they have the power to create a title that will last for a good while, which is always, of course, in Sony's favor. So I'm all for it. I'm excited to see what they're going to come up with.
I agree. I just hope they use different strategy than what Bungie did in the past. Bungie was very famous about making episodic game where every few months they release a new edition, a new chapter to the game, and you have to pay for it. So we'll see if they're gonna use the same strategy or different ones.
Exactly. We'll see what Sony wants to do in regards to controlling that studio and how they want to tackle it. But it's still exciting to see more Destiny developers get a lot more work. Switching gears to Xbox, Call of Duty Warzone's Season 3 has now officially started, with the Warzone map permanently changing to Verdansk 1984. And according to one of the developers, the map is permanently changed, meaning it will not be going back to the original. They're stating that with these season changes, these map changes are going to stay where they are. So any hope of playing the older versions of that Warzone map are going to be long gone, it looks like. I personally believe that that's a good way. They're trying to keep Warzone as a live service kind of game. The Call of Duty gameplay has been pretty standard, pretty set up along. They've messed with zombies, they've messed with nukes, they've messed with all kinds of multiplayer modes. And seeing them do something a little bit more progressive in that keeping the map permanently changed will always keep players on their toes and allow them to kind of continuously evolve their gameplay with the game itself.
You know, the concept of removing a map permanently and introducing a new one is very interesting concept, because I feel, in my opinion, it can allow new players who are coming to Call of Duty to be on a fair ground starting position as the older players and give everybody a chance to explore a new level. I'm personally not really good at playing Call of Duty online, but I enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing the single mode, the campaign, the story. But I'll give it a shot since they're gonna introduce a new one, and maybe I will start at the beginning of the season. This way, I don't feel I'm at disadvantage of other players.
I feel the same. My gameplay is not very good, as you can tell from my footage. However, keeping the map fresh and changing it every now and again will always keep me on my toes and keep the experienced players on their toes, so maybe I can stay on their level.
More on Xbox. Microsoft is enabling now Xbox frame per second boost mode on 13 EA games. And the boost will allow the games to run at 120 frame per second. This boost is a feature that was Xbox advertising for the next generation consoles, Series X and Series S, both together. This feature allows the games to take advantage of this frame boost without any involvement from the developers. The AI of the Xbox software can already take care of that. So I'm very excited to be able to play games like Battlefield 5, Titanfall, Titanfall 2, Star Wars, Battlefront. All these games are now gonna run a lot smoother and definitely will allow us to have a better experience when we play them.
Over on the Nintendo side, Pokemon Snap recently released an overview trailer detailing the main structure of the game before it launches on April 30th. I think this was a much needed trailer before the launch. A lot of people were excited of the concept of taking pictures of Pokemon, but finally we're kind of getting a taste of what the main game is going to be, exactly what your pictures entail, what you can do with them, and how it involves progressing in the game. I personally think it's a great step, and now I'm more excited than ever for Pokemon Snap.
You know, Mark, just hearing about Pokemon Snap is just bring in me some nostalgic feelings, because last time I played this game was on Nintendo 64 back in the days. I was a little kid, and I'm interested just to see how the game's gonna look now. Now we have the better technology, better graphics, new Pokemon generations. I'll give it a shot just to see how change. I don't know if I'm gonna like it now the same as I liked it before. Time will tell.
If you're looking for a new system to play new Pokemon Snap on, Nintendo's got you covered. It's because it's launching a new color variation of the Nintendo Switch Lite with a dark blue color, releasing on May 21st alongside with the Miitopia game as well. This is, while it's relatively small, it is still a good news, and the most important thing about having a new color of the Switch hopefully means that there's some more steps to get production a lot more sped up, so that we can have a few more Switches in the stores. The new color variation will hopefully spark another wave of production to hopefully get more Switches in stores so more people can play. And launching alongside a game as well will also help boost that game's sales and keep things fresh for Nintendo, so that way we're not dealing with any more stock issues.
Thank you guys very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you thought of our first video. We are open to suggestions. Feel free to comment down below any thoughts on today's stories. And we'll see you next Sunday.